Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So today we are going to reshape ourselves a pair of tongs. These tongs right here were made to hold like 1¼ inch round stock or so, and I need a pair of tongs that will hold 1 inch square. So this was a subscriber question asking to show how to repurpose tongs. So that's what I'm going to be showing today. The first thing I'm going to point out while we're over here at the fire is that you want to take and have a nice good compact fire for this if all you want to do is reshape the jaws. Okay? So that's one thing. Let me go over here real quick, sorry. So the first thing is we want to take and have a really nice condensed fire in order to take and shape the jaws. If you got a good tight fire, you'll be able to work on just nothing but the jaws. That's the big deal. We work on nothing but the jaws, and we don't adjust the reins yet. So we don't want to get the rivet area hot, we just want the jaws hot. And there's two reasons for this. The first of those two reasons, we don't want to take and bend anywhere else other than where we're working. The second of those two reasons is we want to not disturb the rivet. If you disturb the rivet, you're going to end up having problems when it comes to final fitment. So you'll end up at sometimes that rivet's weak to a point to where you'll actually just have to pop out the rivet and re-rivet the tongs and rework the jaws and reset them. And at that time, you really didn't save yourself anything. You could have probably just made a pair of tongs the right way in that same amount of time. So these are just a pair of tongs that I bought at Quad State one year, and a whole box lot of tongs. They were something that I kept for myself because they were in pretty decent shape. And, you know, I picked them up, I want to say, for about $5 a pair. So, at $5 a pair, I can't forge them for that cheap. So there's one reason for reshaping tongs. So without further ado, let's go over the anvil now that we got this good and hot, and resize these jaws. Okie doke. So since these already have concaves in the jaws, you should be able to set on the material that you want to work with and start working down the sides. Now, if you work with too big of a bar stock like what I'm doing here, you won't be able to take and do this accurately. So you need to be wary and careful of this, okay? So you need to take and have a good short piece. So let me show you what that looks like. Put these back in the hot spot, get them heated up. Now I made these a few days ago in another video. These are Blacksmith keys or gauges. This allows you to size your stock and put everything on a ring, nice and easy like, and allows you to be able to check your stock dimensions and things like that. So having something short like this around has already paid off. So there's my 1 inch square stock. So I'm going to go ahead and get these jaws hot again. Give me 1 second. Or a couple seconds if you will. And now we're going to use that little blacksmith key to shape these really hot jaws around. So now we can much easier grab a hold of this and shape that straight down. It's going to hold, work on both sides, almost like as if you're driving them on the square. It's just going to look like they're dancing around a little bit at a time, but you're going to work them jaws down. And now we're going to go ahead and close these up a little bit on the sides. So this is not very difficult at all to do this. It just takes a little bit of time and to know where you want to go with it. The best thing if you're trying to take and drive these square like this is to do it in a swedge block. So now we'll go ahead and get it hot again, and we'll continue to work these. You want to work them even from both sides. Like I said, we keep the heat out of the rivet joint so that way we don't have to worry about that. We'll go ahead and get these good and hot again. And I'll be right back with you. Okay, got them good and hot. I'm just going to put them in here one more time. As you can see, they're a little loose, so just give this a tap down, that tap down, give it a tighten that way, a tighten that way. Make sure to put this back in and check them. And there you have it. Those will fit that just fine. And I could get many, many, many years of use out of this. So that's really the ideal here, ladies and gents. You just want to be able to get this to where it does what it's supposed to. Everything's tightened up just fine. You may have to adjust jaws around a little bit, upset them, do things like that just to play with it. But really, readjusting tong jaws is not very difficult at all. It just takes a little bit of time and just keep tweaking it. So, until they fit properly. Just like so. So now, the final bit that you can do is you go ahead and you can heat this whole area up if you need to. Lock this in the vise and just kind of tweak your tong rings around a little bit and you're done. So as you can see, these aren't the best. These have been re-welded on with a big boogery weld there. And now we've got a little bit of looseness in this rivet joint. So I just tighten that rivet joint up a little bit. Just a few taps will do it. And there you have it. So those are done. So now the only thing you'll have to do after this point is give them a good brushing and then soak them in a little bit of motor oil or whatever. You know, as long as you're in a good ventilated area. Some people use boiled linseed oil. That's a really great finish as well. In fact, probably a little less caustic than motor oil, so I'd recommend that. But there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Remember to like it. Remember to subscribe. And put that little jingly bell up there for notifications. I make new videos every day. Thank you all for watching. God bless.